Now to a very special guest. Mike Finch has spent the last 17 years as ringmaster-in-chief at Circus Oz, but he's about to take his final curtain call before bowing out.
He's about to oversee his last show. The new one from Circus Oz is called But Wait, There's More. Not so much for Mike. He joins us now in the studio. Mike, good morning. Congratulations, Vale, and goodbye.
Well, great.
Hello, nice chatting to you.
Yeah, no. Well, ringmaster in chief is not true. I mean, it's been a collective from the beginning, and we still
someone
run
has
as
to
a collective.
run the show.
Yeah, there's three of us. You know?
How did you get involved in the first place?
Well, originally I was I wanted to be a journalist. Actually, I went to Charles Sturt Uni, and
there's no future in that.
No.
There's not. Well, apparently not. No, there is. Everyone's a journalist these days.
that is so true.
And then there were guys juggling on the lawn on the campus in Bathurst at Mitchell campus,
Yeah.
and there's actually this incredible theatre media degree there that's part of the School of Communication. So I actually spent half my time in TV studios and half my time juggling and setting fire to things and doing clowning and mask work.
And you thought, which one do I like doing the best?
Yeah.
There's a lot of clowning in journalism.
There is, yeah. Lots
Well,
of
these
newsrooms,
days,
so there's
these days.
circuses.
Yeah.
Did you find that you had a natural facility for that sort of thing?
Which bit?
The juggling,
Oh,
the
juggling.
clowning?
Yeah, no, I love the performance side of it, but what really got me about circus is you don't have to suspend disbelief that it's all true. You know, those balls are either in the air or they're on the floor,
Yeah.
or you're either on the tight wire or you're off it. And then the politics of what we do is about diversity and the mix of stuff. So we have an equal number of men and women. We have 45-year-olds jumping out of the roof. We've got people doing 50 hula hoops.
She is incredible, that woman.
And
Wow.
And there's so the diversity of what we're doing is really important to us. It's all kinds of different people on stage working together to do something extraordinary, and they're all Australian, but they're all from different backgrounds. And the sort of political thread that runs through the show that's about anyone can do anything, and the sense of play. So this is stuff from our current show at the moment, but wait, there's more. It's playing in Birrarung Ma in the Big Top, which is our own tent. We love.
Yes,
we love
but
playing
you've been there
there.
for a number of years now. In fact, Circus Oz has been around for more than 30 years now.
Yeah, well, it's almost 37 years. Started in 1978. In fact, what's very sad is just in the last couple of weeks, John Pinder died.
Yes.
Who was the founder of Circus Oz, essentially. He was the original founding member who brought together two other circuses and got them to make Circus Oz. But he also started the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
A great
and the
theatre
Sydney Comedy.
character,
Yeah.
absolutely. One of the key figures. We're seeing some old footage here.
Yeah,
And what was
this takes you
amazing
back.
about Circus Oz, though, when it started, was that, and I think, weren't you the first circus troupe to decide, hey, we don't need to have animals and we don't need those stupid clowns in cars?
That's right. Well, we have clowns in cars, but they're not so
They're not
stupid.
stupid. They're very smart.
But the animals.
The animals, yeah. So in 78, circuses were sawdust and lions and
Yeah.
tigers, and everyone was related to each other. And the founders of Circus Oz came out of the radical theatre movement in both Melbourne and Adelaide. Soapbox Circus came out of the Pram Factory, and they were like going to anti-Vietnam rallies and, fighting for land rights for the Indigenous mob. And but using circus to tell those stories. And the Adelaide mob were walking tight wires and setting up tents, but no one had any animals. So they just formed a circus without sawdust, without animals. They weren't related to each other at that point.
And as Circus Oz grew in popularity, did you find you were getting pushback from the more traditional circus operators?
Well, not so much, because for a start, they respected that we were doing real skills. And also that some of the founders, so Tim Caldwell and Sue Broadway, had actually worked for those circuses, so knew the Gasser family and had hammered in tent pegs. Tim actually was shoveling elephant poo, when he started out. So
The traditional traineeship for being
exactly,
into it. Yes.
exactly similar to journalism, actually.
There's a lot of shoveling of that stuff. And it's been extraordinarily successful and well loved by Australians. I mean, it's nice to have something that is so, and I use this word deliberately, Indigenous, because there's a sense of humour, there's an attitude at Circus Oz that could be nothing but Australian.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because, thinking about over the years, the idea of an Indigenous Australia influencing the Australian humour is fundamental. The amount of laughter and joy amongst blackfellas in this country is extraordinary, but it's often hidden under the radar. And so a big part of what we do now is what we call the Black Flip program, and we have an Indigenous masterclass program once a year. We bring together really talented, skilled Aboriginal performers who come from theatre and comedy and dance, and teach them circus. And I have not laughed more than in those programs. They are just so that sense of larrikin humour, undermining authority,
Yeah.
is central to what we do, and it's just a beautiful connection with what we do.
Speaking of diversity, you're speaking of people of all races and all ages taking part. Do you find people volunteering, wanting to take part in?
Yeah, they
Circus
do,
Oz?
but we've also got this thing where we want to professionalise it. So we're one of the few companies that have a full-time ensemble of performers. So we have 12 performers on stage. They're all paid professionally. All of our crews are paid properly. So volunteers come and we're like, oh, we want to pay you. So yeah, it's always difficult for us because we know how hard it is being a theatre worker in the small to medium
true.
sector.
So after 17 years as part of the three-person collective, what now for you?
I don't know. I'm open to anything. I'm going to take July off, and then I'm literally collecting this list. I went through it last night. I've got dozens of suggestions. People go, you should do that, you should do that. But I'm not going to decide till August.
There's
And
always journalism. You can
There's
come
always
back to that.
journalism. There's always
And no
journalism.
regrets in the decision so far?
No, it's been years coming. I basically was waiting for the first anniversary of our new building in Collingwood, which is this beautiful custom-built building owned by the state government but built to our specifications. So we've hit our first anniversary, and that for me that triggered the moment I can jump overboard and let the ship sail on.
Well, Micah, we hope the dinghy is sound as you head off from the mothership. Go well and good luck for the new production too.
Thank you very much. Great to talk.
Thanks
Job
so
well
much.
done.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.